Hey everyone, it's your Wolf Boy here. A while ago, I just got done watching the new Knuckles series on Paramount Plus. It takes place after Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but before Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It is a 6-episode mini-series all about Knuckles. At least I wish it was all about Knuckles. I mean, in a show called Knuckles, there wasn't a whole lot of Knuckles, especially during the second half of the show. I feel like it mostly focused a lot on Wade Whipple and his journey to be the best bowler in the country. I mean, Knuckles accompanies Wade to Reno, Nevada, so he can become a bowling champion, and thus become a warrior, if you will. Now, I really like Idris Elba's Knuckles in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I'm happy he got his own series. And in this video, I'm going to be giving my own thoughts on all 6 episodes of Knuckles, and this will be a spoiler discussion, so if you have not seen all 6 episodes of Knuckles, please do so before watching this video. So if you don't have Paramount Plus, please join Paramount Plus or just sign up for a free trial. All 6 episodes are available on Paramount Plus now, so with that said, let's begin. Each episode is roughly 25 to 30 minutes long, but depending on which plan you have for Paramount Plus, it could be longer with those ads. I mean, my Paramount Plus subscription came with ads, and there was a bunch of Nickelodeon advertisements like Dora the Explorer, the Loud House, that awful looking live action Loud House series that I don't think I'm gonna bother with, the Thundermans, a bunch of Ninja Turtles. And yes, it's obvious that Wade loves Ninja Turtles because at the beginning of the 4th episode, he sleeps in a Ninja Turtles bed, he wears a Ninja Turtle shirt, and this show is full of pop culture references and such, and a bunch of unnecessary song choices. I mean, the beginning of every episode of Knuckles starts with a song called The Warrior by Scandal. I mean, before this show, I had not heard that song, but after listening to this song, after every episode of Knuckles, I decided to give it a listen, and it's a damn good song. I'm not gonna lie. A bunch of the other needle drops were kind of questionable choices, like Bonnie Tyler's Holding Out for a Hero. I mean, they already used that song in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Sounds like Sega snatched it from Nintendo for this one. Now, as much as I love the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, I feel like I have some gripes with them, mostly in regards to the live-action cast. I mean, I love James Marsden in the first 2 movies, and Tika Sumter and that, but try to focus more on Sonic and his adventures, not about the live-action side plots that nobody gives 2 fucks about, like the entire Hawaii wedding sequence from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I understand that Tom wants to be a street cop in San Francisco, but try not to focus too much on that. Try to focus on Sonic and his adventures and all that. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 focused on Sonic and Tails for the most part, aside from the Hawaii wedding. But Knuckles, it's all about Wade trying to be a fucking bowler. Like, in the 4th episode of Knuckles, Knuckles only appears at the beginning and at the end. And the rest of that entire episode is Wade proving himself to be a warrior and escaping the clutches of a bounty hunter who wants his head. And that bounty hunter being one of his old friends from a bowling team he was on that he just got kicked out of because an 8-year-old girl humiliated him. And of course, Knuckles training and at the beginning of the 1st episode. And of course, this show is full of Easter eggs. Like, the 2nd episode, I think it's called... Hang on, I know I have the episode names here somewhere. Hang on. The 1st episode is called The Warrior. And then we have Don't Ever Say I Wasn't There For You. Now that was a reference to a scene from Bad Boys. a movie I have never seen before, but Wade was actually watching a clip from that movie to study for initiation for joining the Green Hills Police Force. Now, Bad Boys is a movie I might consider putting on one day. I mean, there's going to be a brand new one coming out in June called Bad Boys Ride or Die. I mean, Bad Boys for Life came out 1 month before Sonic the Hedgehog first came out in 2020, and I never got a chance to see that. So hopefully I'll probably find time in May to check out the other movies, see what I think of them, and go from there. Now, the third episode, the Shabbat Dinner, it's a special kind of Jewish feast. I didn't know Wade's family was Jewish. Also, we get to see Wade's family for the first time in this show. Well, his mother is an actress from Greece named Stockard Channing. I'm gonna look up to see who Stockard Channing played in Grease. She just turned 80 this past February. Who was she in Grease? Betty Rizzo in Grease. And when I saw the cast for Knuckles, I saw some familiar names like Stockard Channing. I knew her from Grease, and also Christopher Lloyd. I kind of speculated that Christopher Lloyd would play Gerald Robotnik. Nope! He plays the elder echidna in 2 episodes of Knuckles, and boy was I surprised to hear Christopher Lloyd as an echidna from the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, that's kind of casting I was not expecting. I mean, I was half expecting Christopher Lloyd to be play Gerald Robotnik in this show, but nope. We might be seeing Gerald Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I have no friggin' clue. We also have Cary Elwes as Pistol Pete. He's a champion bowler, and he is Wade's father. Cary Elwes, I know him as Wesley from The Princess Bride, and I know he played Robin Hood in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Plus, he was in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And oh my gosh, I need to put on Princess Bride again. I did recently watch Princess Bride with my friends in a call. And yeah, it was nice putting it on again. So, yeah, we have Scott Muscati as Mason, Agent Mason. Scott Muscati, or as he's best known, Kid Cudi. He sang Stars in the Sky at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and now he's playing a villain role in Knuckles, alongside Ellie Taylor as Agent Willoughby. They are agents of Gunn who work for the Buyer. The Buyer is the main villain of Knuckles. He is played by Rory McCann. I don't know if he was in Game of Thrones or what. Oh my god, he was in Game of Thrones. Sandor Clegane, or nicknamed the Hound in Game of Thrones. And he was also in Hot Fuzz and Jumanji: The Next Level. Small world, eh? So, Edie Patterson as Wanda, Wade's sister. Well, I didn't very much care for Wanda in this show because she was kind of annoying and such, and I didn't really care for her. I mean, she does work for the FBI, and the way she acts is not FBI approval behavior or whatever. This is a unscripted video, so if you hear me pausing, catching my breath, and all that, forgive me. Episode 4 is called The Flames of Disaster. I don't know if that was a direct reference to Sonic 06, but yes, when I hear The Flames of Disaster, I think of Iblis from Sonic 06, Princess Elise, and all that shit. I mean, I just recently bought a new copy of Sonic 06 for Xbox 360 because I sold my old one because I didn't think I was going to play it again, but with Sonic and Shadow Generations coming out this fall, I feel like I should play that game again. But first I need to get through Shadow the Hedgehog on PS2, because I plan on reviewing Shadow the Hedgehog on this channel as Sonic, Shonic, and Shadow. That's right, Silver! Fuck off, Shadow! Yeah. Now, that entire episode was probably one of the strangest episodes of the entire show. Like, Wade, played by Adam Pally, is transported into this fucking rock opera scene. And he dresses up as Knuckles, and there's a pointless musical number. And all throughout that entire sequence, I could not contain myself. I was like, am I high? Am I drunk? What am I watching? I'm sure there won't be a scene like that in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But yes, Wade spends that entire episode in his bathrobe and slippers because he had just woken up and he was abducted by the biker guy who used to go bowling with him and who kicked him off the bowling team and is here to collect a bounty on his head. Now that entire rock opera scene was full of Easter eggs, referencing old Sega Genesis Sonic games like the Green Hill Zone, the Loop-de-Loops, the special stage from Sonic 2. Now, speaking of Easter eggs, there's the spinning goalpost at the end of the beginning of the first episode, and the second episode takes place at this ski resort called Ice Cap, which is a direct reference to Ice Cap Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. As you can probably tell, I have a keen eye for these kinds of Easter eggs in the Sonic movies. And by keen eye, I don't mean Joaquin Phoenix's character from Brother Bear, no. I mean Keen spacebar EYE. And when we first see Gon HQ in London, they mention Green Hill Zone. Like, Green Hills Zone. And when I got to that point in the first episode, I had to pause the show and try to contain my laughter because that was the biggest, most obvious Easter egg in all of these movies and Knuckles. Green Hills, Montana. And also, Knuckles really loves Cool Ranch Doritos. Well, I'm more of a nacho cheese guy kind of myself, but I need to try Cool Ranch sometime. And Knuckles basically beating the shit out of the house workers who are trying to fix the hole in the living room that Knuckles himself punched a hole in during his first encounter with Sonic in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 before Tails showed up to save his skin. Also, Sonic and Tails only appear in one episode, and that's it. They're never seen nor mentioned again. And Maddie is in the first episode, and after that, she's never seen nor mentioned again. And apparently, James Marsden is not in this show because, according to Maddie, he is out of town for some fucking reason. Probably because Kristen Ritter is his sister or something. I don't know. I'm just coming up with theories for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in regards to who Kristen Ritter is playing. I mean, I know Kristen Ritter from Jessica Jones, and I was pretty excited when she was cast in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. My guess is she's either Tom's sister or she's a gun agent. But probably we'll get some more information when we get the first trailer for Sonic 3. Now, another thing that bothers me about this show is that There were no teasers for Sonic 3 at the end of the final episode. It's just Knuckles and Wade riding off into the sunset, leaving Reno and supposedly heading back to Green Hills, while listening to The Warrior by... Hang on. The name of the band is off the tip of my tongue. Come on. Scandal, yeah. Curse me for forgetting the name. Ah! Damn it. But yeah, I was half expecting to hear Keanu Reeves' Shadow for the very first time. But nope, we didn't get that. Also, the buyer only appeared in like 3 episodes, and that's it. Like, there were some episodes where the main villains aren't even in the show, in the episodes, and that kind of bothered me. I was hoping to see more of Knuckles going up against the bad guys. Yeah, the bad guys are not as memorable as Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik, but I guess you do what you gotta do, I suppose. Now, episodes 5 and 6 is where the show falls flat, because it's mostly about Wade entering a bowling championship against his father, Cary Elwes. And Cary Elwes' character, Pistol Pete, he's kind of an asshole. I mean, he talks like Eugene the Scarlet Fox. And for newcomers to this channel who has no fucking clue who Eugene the Scarlet Fox is, he is a British fox, Scarlet Fox, and he is married to Laurel the Cat in the Laurel and Sonic series. But I just feature Eugene as a prominent character on this channel in the form of the anti-taco theft songs on TikTok. Hello, Eugene the Scarlet Fox here, and I've got another song for you. You know that. Yeah. Pistol Pete is kind of a dickhead. And he really shows his true colors when he tries to sell Knuckles out to the buyer and the 2 gun agents. Meanwhile, Knuckles is just chillaxing in a hotel room, chillaxing at the bar, and then he just gets into a fight with the buyer, and it's kind of underwhelming because Wade had to step in and save Knuckles' skin because Knuckles was drained of his abilities because of the buyer's technology. Like, how the hell does the buyer know about Knuckles? And how the hell does the buyer know about Sonic and Tails? Like, was Robotnik ever in contact with the buyer at any point at all in Sonic the Hedgehog 2? I'm starting to notice some plot holes with this show, and that's not good. I mean, I know it takes place after Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but since Robotnik just fell flat on his ass at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 when he went up against Super Sonic, I guess he must have contacted the buyer saying, "Here's the deal. There's this redneck kid named Knuckles who's a pain in my fucking ass." He wouldn't actually say that, even though he said, "Who the hell do you think you are?" in the first Sonic movie. There's some mild cursing in this show. It's TV PG, and there's kind of a lot of mild cursing. Like, hell, damn, and all that. But no R-rated vocabulary like Ben Schwartz in the movie Renfield and Idris Elba in the Suicide Squad and all that. And Keanu Reeves in John Wick and Speed and The Matrix. Now, all in all, what did I think of the show? I thought it was alright. I mean, I enjoyed it, seeing Knuckles make jokes and punch things. I loved all the Easter eggs. Although, I felt the second half of this show focused too much on Wade Whipple being a bowling champion and Knuckles getting shoved to the sidelines in his own fucking show. Like, that's like a Mario movie where it's all about Luigi instead of Mario. It's just not right. And that was my only gripe with Knuckles. As much as I enjoyed this show, I just felt like it focused too much on Wade and his family rather than on Knuckles himself. So overall, I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I love the Sonic movies, and I can't wait for Sonic 3. I mean, Knuckles was a good prelude to what's to come for Sonic 3, but I had a few problems with Knuckles. The Paramount Plus show, not the character himself. I mean, there are some good things, and there are some not so good things. The not so good things are episodes that focus too much on Wade and his family, especially the 4th episode where Wade was in his bathrobe and slippers and he defeats the bounty hunter with his own bare hands. And there could have been a Casino Night Zone Easter egg in the whole Reno sequence. But nope, that didn't happen. Damn it! Better luck next time, slugheads! Yeah, I had to quote GoldenEye there. But, yes. Now for the plus side of a Paramount Plus series is Idris Elba returning as Knuckles, seeing Sonic and Tails in the first episode, and just a lot of the action fight sequences with Knuckles, and the dynamic between him and Wade. However, the downsides are too much emphasis on Wade and his family, too much emphasis on the fucking bowling tournament in Reno, Nevada. Now, the entire Reno, Nevada subplot for the bowling tournament is, imagine the Hawaii wedding from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 dialed to 2,376. Like, was that subplot really necessary in a show that's supposed to be about Knuckles? Because I don't think it is. I mean, I do like going bowling, and I've definitely played Wii bowling plenty of times when the Wii was first introduced, and when I first got the Wii back in September of 2010 for my 15th birthday. If I hadn't gotten the Wii, then I wouldn't have gotten into Sonic, and therefore I wouldn't have joined YouTube, and therefore this video would not exist. But yeah, I can understand why some people are mixed about this show. Too much Wade and not enough Knuckles, and probably the weakest thing to come out of the live-action Paramount Sonic universe. But I guess this show will have to hold us over before we get Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But yes, what do you guys think of Knuckles? Do you like the show? Do you not like the show? Do you have Paramount Plus? Do you not have Paramount Plus? Are you planning on joining Paramount Plus just to watch Knuckles? And what did you like about it? What did you not like about it? What are your gripes? Do you think this show focused too much on Wade and his family and Wade and the bowling tournament and not enough about Knuckles? Do you think the villains were not as memorable as Dr. Robotnik? And what are your overall thoughts? I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. You can discuss spoilers, but then again, this is a spoiler discussion video, so if you're going to type your thoughts on this video in the comment section, you may feel free to put spoilers in the comments. But yeah, that concludes my spoiler discussion of Knuckles. Now, I will be reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog 3 on this channel, but I will do it as Sonic and Sonic, and Shadow, and David, and Calvin. What about me? Not you, Silver. Fuck off, Shadow! Okay, guys, that's enough. I see Yowie! But yeah, anyway. That's all from me now for my spoiler discussion of Knuckles. I think after this, I don't think there's going to be any more Sonic shows for a good while. I mean, Sonic Prime just concluded, and I don't think Knuckles is going to get a second season. So I think that pretty much does it for Sonic shows for now. So feel free to check out my Sonic TV retrospectives on every other Sonic show we've ever gotten, from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog all the way to Sonic Prime, and my retrospectives on the first two Sonic movies, and of course Sonic and Sonic's review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is on my channel right now. If you haven't checked it out, please do, even though it has outdated designs for Sonic and Sonic. I still had a fun time recording that particular video right there. I also had fun recording all of these videos, really, for the Sonic shows. And even Knuckles. But yes, what did you guys think of Knuckles? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it's a good addition to the live-action Sonic verse? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!